Hello and welcome to the 2022 Heart of America Athletic Conference Outdoor Track and Field Media Day. I'm your host. My name is Derek Johnson. I'm the sports director at KLWN Radio in Lawrence. I'm the host of Rock Chalk Sports Talk on there as well. And right now we're joined by Culver-Stockton head coach Doug Savage. Coach, how are you doing today?
Hey, I'm doing well. Doing really well. Appreciate the chance to be on here this morning and get a little bit of a chance to talk about our program.
Well, obviously the indoor season coming to a close. We head to outdoor now with the weather starting to heat up. What are some of the highlights from your guys' indoor season, and what are you kind of trying to carry over into the outdoor side of things?
Well, we seem to just kind of naturally evolve on the sprint side of things. So I think we had an opportunity for some guys on that side of it. A couple returners that felt like, as we always talk about, hey, is there a chance, we get into a final, whether it's, the 60, 200, 400, we always try to create that opportunity. I think the reality of that, maybe one or two more meets would put us in a spot. The thing about the 60 in particular, you've got a chance to run some prelims and get a couple rounds there and potentially set yourself up for a final. We just missed that with the little freshman we've got this year. And then the difference with that in maybe the 2 and the 4, I always tell our kids, try to set yourself up through the regular season. The better we can do, the better opportunities we can get ourselves into coming out of a meet will potentially set you up for that conference meet. So we had some pretty good showings. We were, again, hoping to get in a fast heat in that conference meet. So we created those opportunities and came pretty close to being where we wanted to. Again, a couple guys there, returners that did well for us. Distance-wise, we had a kid ended up 6th overall in a race walk, so that was a nice little spot for him as well. And in return, trying to see if he had a chance to qualify for nationals. He just missed out. The new ruling that we voted on in December allows top 16 if you don't get a full slate of guys into a particular event. So he was just a little bit on the outside looking in. But I certainly felt good about our opportunity, where we were at with indoor. And I think, that's probably another thing we talk to our kids about. It's a great opportunity. Use it and set yourself up for the outdoor season. And I certainly think we did that.
You guys start the year at the CMU Open. What are you looking for out of your squad this year, and what's kind of the schedule ahead for you guys?
Yeah, no, CMU always seems to be meet. We start the year and certainly excited about that. They always seem to have some really good competition. They're in a nice spot where they can pick up some teams, obviously locally. Again, being in that spot, then you take an hour or 2 hours away. That's not a bad trip coming in. So I think that certainly helps them in their draw, bringing some teams in. I think, going into this first meet, we talked to our kids about, hey, it's go time. We just talked about that last night about, man, let's have an expectation, and it starts Saturday, and we look forward to that. I think one, just a chance to get started is important. February, tail end of February with our indoor conference meet. Wasn't that long ago, but it's certainly enough where I think it builds a little bit for our kids to, hey, let's get going and a chance to compete. So just that chance to compete, anxious to see, excited to see, as we kind of put pieces of the puzzle together where we put kids. Typically, we'll throw guys in that one and see what develops out of that. From that, we'll also, I don't know if we'll jump right in, for example, a 4x1, but we'll kind of see some guys maybe end up being a surprise a little bit and see who gets on a 4x1 and kind of build that relay as we get into the bulk of our season. Ones, the twos, 400 guys kind of seems to be our niche for us. So just really coming off indoor, hey, where do we end up as we hit that first meet running? I think we then jump right in and we'll go to Grandview. That's next on our schedule. But again, we seem to find some meets that are about 2 hours, maybe 2.5 hours, 3 hours away. I tell our kids this all the time. It doesn't matter. You can be 2 hours away, 3 hours away. We're going to find those meets to put them in a best position to be able to compete. Going to that Grandview meet is no different. It is going to be a quality meet. They seem to find teams that are wanting to come in and chance to compete. So we look forward to that as well. We'll then go back first weekend in April, go back to the CMU invite. So again, that's kind of been a staple in our schedule. Hit one or two times at CMU. That time of year, and we hope it's different than last year. I always joke, I think I could count on one hand the number of days we really had some decent weather. So we feel like going south a little bit, 2 hours or so, maybe gives us a chance to pick up a little bit better weather, at least to a point where, man, it warms up and kids feel like they don't have to layer up and stay layered up just when they compete. So we look forward to that. William Penn last year, we've been there probably last 2 years, and we'll go back again to William Penn. William Penn, certainly is close. Great competition. Grandview last year, I think with outdoor conference, we went there 3 times. So again, it's just really big on the competition, that we get a chance to see, and I think that's important for our kids. So we'll do that 14th, 15th. I think that's Easter weekend. So I think Coach Friesen has bumped that up a little bit different format, going to Thursday, Friday, and then we come back 23rd of April. We'll actually host. Back in the day, we would run this meet early on. Actually, in March. About the third weekend, but just with scheduling, we felt like, okay, let's bump this back. So we'll host that to 23rd of April. Our kids, I can't say enough about, everybody's gone through COVID, and we know how that's changed competition for kids in general, and how it's changed, maybe what we can do with the scheduling of meets. So we haven't had one at home for the last 2 years, just based off of COVID. So we're excited to get back in that groove and be able to host. Kids are excited about it. It's a chance to be at home and certainly not feel like you got to get up, early and get on a bus and make that road trip. So we certainly take advantage of that. We'll have a chance where they're excited about this part of it, where, hey, it's now a chance for our campus to come out and see this meet. So just a lot of good things about hosting that we're certainly excited about. We will then kind of wrap up our season. We got another quick turnaround. We do a nice little Thursday night meet, a little twilight meet. We'll come back and hit it, and then next thing we're setting up for a conference outdoor this year. So the thing we like about our outdoor season compared to indoor is you get another couple meets in there. Always talk to our kids about, man, indoor, you really got to take advantage of the opportunities you have, because 4 or 5 meets, and you go through them pretty quick. So you got to take advantage of your opportunities. Whereas outdoor, it's still going to be a quick season, but you get a couple more meets in there to really have some opportunities to kind of show your talent and see how we can get some things accomplished.
Best spot to eat for visiting fans to come into Canton, Missouri.
Best spot to eat is Primo's downtown. It is Jared is the mayor of Canton, also a graduate of Culver-Stockton College. So Jared does a great job for us. You can get pizza, sandwiches. I think I don't know if they do, the old soda fountain, but it certainly gives you that feel. Really done a nice job with an older building downtown, but the food is great. And it's one of those where a lot of people, you'll come in, there's a nice big truck stop here in Canton with the Steak and Shake. And then, of course, probably the second best or equally as important would be Saints. It's kind of a buffet style. So it depends on what you're looking for, but I talk about Jared and Primo's because you have to go downtown. You don't always see it unless you get downtown Canton, but it's a nice little hot spot.
Well, Coach Savage, thank you so much for your time, and good luck the rest of the, or I guess the beginning of the track season.
Absolutely. We appreciate it. Thanks for having us on.